a crutch win over the top of Palestine and then Hong Kong to secure their place in the quarterfinals. They came up against a buzzsaw in China in the first part of the knockout round, and then they fell to Korea yesterday. But here is another opportunity for them to claim a big scalp here at what has been an outstanding tournament for them so far. We're in Changsha in China. It's the final day. It's Qatar against India. My name's Paulo Kennedy. I'm joined by Quinito Henson. And a tough game for these two to back up. It's been a long tournament. There's tired legs, but one last opportunity for a victory.
I'm excited about this game, Paul. I think in this game we're going to be seeing a lot of the future stars of FIBA Asia. And we've been seeing both Qatar and India go to the reserves, rest their starters over the last few games. Both these teams are coming off 3 consecutive losses, so they want to be able to end this competition on a high note. And now we've got the Qatar players being introduced. We don't know whether that man Saeed Ali is going to be playing in this game, or Dawood Musa, or Trey Johnson, or Abdi. One after the other, they've been called out. Those 4 players did not play last time out for Qatar when they lost in a thriller to Lebanon by 89 to 86. Key players rested, so it's a guessing game. We don't know who will play in this game for Qatar, and I think that makes this game interesting.
They were one of the surprise packets of this tournament. They had an outstanding win against Korea in the group stage. They've played controlled half-court basketball. And if those 2 men you mentioned, Trey Johnson and Ali, if they are out today, that's 2 of their major weapons. And we have a look at the Indian team. They've got 3 big weapons in particular.
And here we go. The India team being introduced, and their 3 weapons. Brigovanshi has been huge for them. Amjot Singh and Amritpal Singh. They've been singing very good songs throughout this tournament. You have to bring in 2 other Singhs. I mean, there are 4 Singhs in this team. And talking to Coach Prakash, he says they're not related. Over in Punjab, there's a lot of Singhs, and they're all singing the same song.
Very good. Saving your best for last, Quinito. Will we get some music from Qatar as well today? But first, the music of the national anthems from both teams.
So, 印度国歌, please remain standing for the national anthem of India. Thank you.
It's the final day of the FIBA Asia Championship for 2015. Later on tonight, the medals will be decided as China will take on the Philippines for gold. Iran will take on Japan for the bronze medal after the host nation China battered Iran with some outstanding defense last night, and the Philippines outlasted a brave Japanese team in the other semi-final. But for now, we've got the playoff for 7th place, India against Qatar. And both these teams have a lot of reason to win here. Qatar had an outstanding tournament. They've had some close losses the last 2 days, which has consigned them to this playoff. But here's India. They've been a surprise packet of the tournament. It's been their best effort in 12 years. And what can we expect from them today, Quinito?
From India, you wonder how many players will be rotated in this game. Brugovanci really didn't have too many minutes last time out, and you know how important he is as far as setting the table for India is concerned. Brugovanci only played 15 minutes in that loss to Korea, but the Singhs will definitely be in sync in this one. Amrit Pal and Amjot Yadwinder didn't get to play last time out. As you see, the referees being introduced from the Philippines, from Kazakhstan, and from China. Big issue confronting Qatar is their lack of passing. They're number 15 in the tournament in assists, and their young promising point guard, Saad Mohammed, he didn't have a single assist last time out when Qatar lost to Lebanon. You see Indian coach Prakash. And when you have a point guard, certainly the future of Qatar, in number 10 man Saad, you see him there in the lineup of Qatar, not getting a single assist in the entire game, and he's getting a lot of playing time now. You wonder, he's got to be able to have that maturity to develop into a true point guard, someone who may want to pass first and shoot later.
There's two young, exciting guards for Qatar. We see them there, number 9, Hassan Mohammed, and number 10, Abdul Rahman Saad. They are both scorers at this point of their career. And as you say, can they develop those passing skills and playmaking skills? And it's a great test for them today against this Indian team. Perhaps the pressure of the defense off a little bit, but who are the players who are going to make the baskets for India?
Well, for India, you've got a lot of finesse big men. They're not power players. Amjot and Amrit Pal, they like to patrol the medium range area. As you take a look at the starting five here, Amrit Pal and Amjot Singh, we've been talking about them. Brugovanci, also a key player for India, and Pari has had his moments here in this competition.
And we'll get this game underway in just a moment. Only 1 minute until tip-off as players head to the bench to get their final instructions. India yesterday, of course, they were highly competitive with Korea until about midway through the second quarter, and then Korea put the foot down. And Quinito, what are the keys to victory for India today?
Well, for India, first of all, I think you need the entire team to be in sync. And when I'm saying that, it's really not just the starters. You need to be able to get a lot of the bench players involved in the offense. They've been badly outscored from the bench situation. And Amjot and Amrit Pal, you want them to play the two-man game, especially in the strong side. Or another option would be Amjot and Brugovanci. So you want that strong two-man game working here for India, because they are able to get some nice mismatches off the screen roll situations. Finally, I think they need to play it smart. They need to play it slow. If they're working against short rotation, India will have to stretch the minutes and make this a dogfight.
And Qatar started this tournament strongly. They won 3 games in the opening 2 rounds. They've lost their past 3 contests. What are the keys for them to get back on the winners list?
Well, the big formula of success for Qatar, their matchup zone. And that's what brought Korea down. Limited Korea to really a substandard 3-point shooting percentage. That's what they need to do against India. Play the matchup zone and get everyone involved in playing team defense. I think another thing is they need to make that extra pass and share the basketball. So a big challenge here for Saad Mohammed. He needs to be able to get his point guard skills going here, not just as a shooter, but as a passer. Finally, you control the boards. A team that has Irfan Ali Said, who's a very athletic forward center. Adam, some big guys, very athletic on the part of Qatar. If they control the boards, they'll be able to control the pace.
Qatar with the first opportunity. It's a zone defense from India, and Hassan Mohammed says, I like the look of this zone, and he splashes a 3.
He's a big-time 3-point shooter here for Qatar. And this entire tournament, he's been one of the top three-point gunners of any team.
There's Brigawanchi. He's been gunning all tournament long, and he opens his account with a long two-pointer.
Well, guys, depositing money in the bank. You've got Mohammed, you've got Brigawanchi. If this turns out to a shootout, you wonder which team will have the advantage. I think India might have the advantage if this is a shootout. Qatar, you want to go to the big guys. You need the power of Qatar to slice through that middle and get the easy bucket.
Metelka does exactly that. He's got a start here today. His first of the tournament as Parry fires from long range and just rims out. He struggled from the three-point line in this tournament. He's been pretty good from mid-range, but he's obviously feeling confident early here today. It's 5-2 to Qatar. There's Saad and Mohammed. They're the two exciting guards, and what an exciting start from Hassan Mohammed. He's up to 6 points already.
And Qatar mixing and matching. You saw them go to the power guy, scoring inside. Then you also see Mohammed splashing it from three-point distance. Already two connections so far.
Well, they've gone to that 2-3 zone, India, to try and cover the big bodies of Qatar. But the young guards are lapping it up early. And here's Kaushik firing for three. He was hot from the three-point range earlier in the tournament, but he has cooled off considerably.
Now, we were looking for that two-man game of India. We haven't seen that much of that at all in this game. You want the Singhs to get their touches.
It's something Qatar have done well this tournament, throw other teams out of their offense, and look at that pass inside from Abdul Rahman Saad. He finds Abdullah under the basket. It's a 10-2 lead to Qatar, and India want to chat about it as we see the penetration, pinpoint bounce pass, and Abdullah did the rest. They've only been playing just over 2 minutes, but it's Qatar leading it by 8.
暂停时间是我们的球迷聚焦，我们要关注场边最亮丽的风景线，可爱的球迷朋友，向我们的镜头挥挥手吧。展现一下我们场上的热情。
About to get underway here at Changsha, or back underway, I should say. It's an 8-point lead to Qatar. And what about their ball movement so far, Cornito?
Keys to victory for Qatar, we talked about that. They need to make the extra pass and share the ball. So far, for a team that's ranked number 15 in assists in this tournament, they already have 4 assists.
There's Amritpal, the big man, getting his first touch for the ball game, and he finishes it nicely inside. Man-to-man defense this time from India. The zone defense certainly didn't work in the first 2 minutes. Here's Saeed, big strong man looking to go at Amjot. He draws the foul. And there's a real mismatch in strength when those two go at each other.
And athletic ability. And shifting now to a man-to-man defense. So now you've got India giving up the foul. I don't think they have the strength to go one-on-one in terms of defense against an athletic team like Qatar. So that's going to be a problem. They let go of their zone defense, but that's because they got splashed from outside. Now they have to play a man-to-man defense, and it's going to be tough for India.
On that occasion, Amjot up out of his stance. He was almost defending the jump shot from Saeed, but that hasn't been his strength in the tournament, and I think Amjot needs to get down low and cut off that drive and see if his opponent can beat him with the jump shot.
I was talking to Amjot a few days ago in this tournament as he missed the pass, and that'll be a turnover. And he was saying that he's played 3 months in the Japanese league, and he's gaining a lot of experience there, and he hopes to go back to Japan and continue playing in the league as an import.
We see that pass from Brigawanchi. I think earlier in the tournament, Amjot would have skied up and got that and finished it, but he's played a lot of minutes, one of the leaders in the tournament in that category, and we see him here down low in his stance that time, trying to defend Saeed.
You're talking about Amjot and how many minutes he's gotten in this tournament. Last time out for India against Korea, he played the entire game.
It's only been moments where he's been allowed onto the bench to rest as Parry explores in transition. He gets himself into a trap, but it'll be Indian ball with 17 left on the shot clock.
Good transition defense that time by Qatar. They shut the door, and a small man. Lucky that India still has possession.
It was like he was trapped in a phone box on that occasion. He managed to eke his way out. This time he feeds it to Amjot. He draws the foul. It'll be a side ball to India.
You see the respect of Qatar for Amjot's outside shot, extending the defense towards the perimeter, and then the fake move. That's one thing you like about Amjot, as you see some of the players from Qatar and some players from India. Players probably not playing in this one, although you never know.
We may well see them. One of them was a young 19-year-old Govinda Gill who showed some little flashes of his talent in yesterday's game as Brigawanchi fires and misses. They've been playing almost 4 minutes. It's Qatar leading 10-4. The Saad pulls up on the jumper. What soft touch on the jumper, and I think he may have come down on Amritpal's foot there. Could be a rolled ankle. Some concern from the Indian players as well, which is very sporting. We see there he does. He came down on Amritpal's foot, and he gets such height on that jump shot when he elevates. I think
it looks like he wants to be replaced.
Yeah, I think it's time to put the ice on that one.
And he's being held back to the bench here by Mohammed. Actually, a good start for him.
Yeah, an outstanding start. A lovely feed inside. He got his first 2 points there.
And he's been passing.
Yeah, we talked about that little dish inside to Abdullah, the bounce pass, and Qatar with 4 assists already on their 5 field goal makes. They're 3 of 4 from 2-point range, 2 of 2 from outside, so they couldn't have asked for a better start at the offensive end.
And Dawood Musa, who didn't play last time out for Qatar, is in the game now. And Musa gives them outside shooting ability and defensive toughness.
And experience. He's been around the traps a long time. Musa Dawood, it's his 5th FIBA Asia Championships. And he's been a very steady role player for his team over a number of years as Hassan Mohammed fires again. This one lips out. Natalka inside, can't get it to go. India with a chance to close this to 5 or 6. Here's Brigawanchi. He's been their chief playmaker in this tournament. He's just 24 years of age, so we'll see him at another, perhaps 2 or 3 editions of the FIBA Asia Championship, which of course from 2017 is being renamed the FIBA Asia Cup. Here's Parry, and with that rename to the FIBA Asia Cup, we'll welcome Australia and New Zealand into the tournament. So some big changes coming up in 2 years' time.
And very exciting changes too. Certainly will up the level of competition in the region.
Some nice footwork there for Amritpal. He couldn't get the shot to drop. And here's Saeed. Oh, he goes with a crossover. Well read by Amjot. He's away on the fast break. He tries to dish it off, but it was well read by Abdullah. Now here's Mohammed. He's hit 2 triples already. This time he's double teamed in transition, so good recognition from India there on the break, and they force Qatar into some half-court basketball as Abdullah fires. The 2 points will count, and I think there is a foul off the ball on the rebounding contest.
And they're going to give an extra free throw here, as the foul was committed just as the ball was released. You watch it there.
And Brigawanchi grabbing on. I think it's going to be end-line ball, or in fact a side ball.
Oh, will they count the basket?
Yeah, the basket counts because the shooter was into his motion. And now Qatar with another opportunity. They're out to 10-point lead. And Saeed's going to drive to the hoop. Well read again by Amjot. That's the 2nd time in a row he's disrupted the drive from Saeed. And now Amritpal with the rebound. What a presence he is for India inside, and so is this man. And as I said earlier, perhaps in the first few days of the tournament, he would have jammed that down with style, but just laid it up nice and gently with some tired legs there. And it's 14-6 to Qatar.
It's been a war of attrition here in the FIBA Asia Championships. Players getting tired, worn down by the level of competition, but it's been fun. It's been a great experience for the players.
No question about that. Talk about great experience. Moussa Daoud, in his 5th trip to this tournament, sticks a 3-pointer, and Qatar are out by 11.
And looking at the Qatar lineup, some veterans. We also know that Qatar is in a period of transition. Yassin Ismail Musa, longtime veteran of the Qatar team, no longer with the national squad. So you see that there are changes coming up here. Maybe we're seeing the last of Ali Said, maybe even Daoud Musa in this competition.
Well, how about that pass from Daoud? Right on the money for Metalka, but it slipped out of his hands, and the ball will come back to India. There it is, pinpoint over the outstretched hands of Parry. A little bit too much sweat on the hands from Metalka, who's got his first start of the tournament. He's already got on the scoreboard with a 2-pointer early on, and his team.
A new man on the floor here for Qatar, Adam. He's been very impressive playing the 5 position.
He's an offensive rebounding machine. This man's a scoring machine. Hassan Mohammed to the left hand. What a finish from the youngster. He's almost unstoppable in that one-on-one situation.
And you like his mindset. He's very aggressive, doesn't hesitate to pull the trigger. He's only 24 years old. Certainly he's going to be part of this national team of Qatar for many, many years.
No question about that. And Rippel with the spin. Once again, a nice move that he's not able to finish. And this game's quickly slipping away from India. They trail it by 13. And yesterday against Korea, they trailed by just 6 after 14 minutes of play, but things got out of hand quickly after that. That foul's called on the ground, so the basket from Said will be waved away.
No continuation is the call of the referee. But what a move there by Irfan Ali Said, the veteran, finding some space down the baseline, hitting on it on the reverse. But a good smart move by India to give him the foul. Neither team in the penalty. Qatar with just 1 team foul.
Abdul Halim into the ball game for Qatar. Arumugam into the game for India. And there's 2 big solid units who'll go at each other here.
And Amrit Pal getting a rest here for India.
And Rippel with 2 boards and 2 points early on. There's a foot violation called on Kaushik. Talk about Hassan Mohammed. The player he reminds me of is Corey Webster, the New Zealand shooting guard, who of course was one of the top 20 scorers at last year's World Cup. And at the same age, Corey Webster was very similar. Just a natural scorer, as here's Metalka firing from the baseline and connecting. And a good start from Metalka and a good start from Qatar. They lead by 15.
And drawing big applause there from the Qatar bench. And anytime you see some of the reserves providing quality minutes, I mean, you have to be happy. And there's another reserve hitting it from outside.
He'll be happy with that. He missed his last few 3-pointers. He downs that one. And this man, Hassan Mohammed, I compare him to Corey Webster, who was just an instinctive scoring machine at the same age. He's developed his game. He can play the point guard as well. And there we see Mohammed dishing it off to Metalka. And he rewards the pass with another 2-point jump shot. And it's 23-9.
And you like this lineup of Qatar on the floor. You've got 2 big guards playing the backcourt, Musa and Hassan Mohammed, and certainly giving them a huge advantage in size.
What a move from Arumugam. He spun to the baseline, back to the middle, but couldn't get the shot to stick. Now Qatar away. Here's Metalka. He's making up for lost time in this tournament. Up to 6 points already.
Nice ball screen that time. And then the drive down the baseline. Oh, call the travel.
He was hungry for more.
Right. He could have just pulled up for a shot.
Well, he'd only scored 19 points in 8 games coming into this game. And already he's got 6 on the board. I think he's trying to match his total.
Just in one game?
Yeah, for the entire tournament here today. And why not? Here's Brigawanchi. He adds to the Indian total. Brigawanchi now up to 5 points. It's 23-12.
He has a nice touch from the outside. Doesn't get too much elevation on that jump shot, but he has tremendous wrist action on that jump shot.
Arumugam with the steal. He's making an impact early on. And here is Brigawanchi. He doesn't mind a heat check when he's hit a couple of 3-pointers. This time he goes inside to Amjot. That's a tough move from Amjot. He gets that to fall. Nothing but string music for Amjot Singh, and it's 23-14. We've got 20 seconds until quarter time. Here's Daoud. 1 second between game clock and shot clock. Parry shadowing him around the court. Daoud to the basket, feeds. Metelka misses the first one, has another crack and he's fouled. Good persistence there from Metelka. And he's got 2 free throws to come with 0.3 left on the clock.
But you see the attack from Daoud Musa, because of his height advantage, really able to do what he wants. He could have just pulled up for a shot, opted to pass to Metelka, and he's getting a lot of touches.
A little bit of inexperience from Parry there as well. He didn't force his man to go over the top of the screen. He opened up the penetration for Daoud and he made the most of it. Metelka doesn't make the most of the first free throw though. And we see there his average for the championship, less than 3 points. And that's quarter time, folks. And Qatar it was who made the running. A couple of tough baskets later on from Brigawanchi and Amjot Singh have brought India just back within striking distance. But Qatar were hot early. Hassan Mohammed with 8 points. Qatar with 7 assists for the opening quarter, and they lead at 23-14.
I'm curious to find out how the assist story went in the first period. But before that, let's take a look at the percentages here. And Qatar with 3 points connected, and India with 2. And look at the story in the assists, exactly what we were saying. 7 assists so far for Qatar, and India with only 3. India relying a lot on the one-on-one skills of their players, not getting too much movement, ball movement, but Amjot Singh, Brigavanchi, those guys can really light it up playing one-on-one. But Qatar, you like the flow of their offense. Number 15 in assists in this tournament, but now already with 7 feeds in the game so far.
There's that feed from Abdul Rahman Saad before he injured his ankle, and there we see it. Oh, nasty. It makes you just cringe watching it again on the replay.
And there you see his ankle getting the treatment.
There's Amritpal inside, and you talk about the flow. There's Amjot just dropping it in. The flow of the Qatari offense earlier in the tournament, so much of the ball was handled by Abdul Rahman Ali Saad and Trey Johnson. They controlled the tempo, controlled the ball, but without those guys out there, they're kicking it around a bit more. They're looking to be a bit more aggressive to the basket, and it's worked for them so far in this game.
Well, you know, that's the problem sometimes when you have a go-to guy. You tend to go to him all the time. But now, you don't see Trey Johnson on the floor. Ali Said also not playing, at least so far. And Coach Freigas getting everyone involved in the offense. The 5 players have been working very well together. And everyone's smiling. Abdel Halim, you see that nice smile on his face. And for India, again, we go back to the keys to victory that we talked about. We're not seeing the ball screen. We're not seeing the 2-man game that they can certainly work, because they have the weapons, they have the tools to be able to work pretty nice ball screen and screen roll plays.
Second quarter underway. There's Amjot slicing to the basket. He moves with such grace. That time he couldn't finish with the same sort of touch, and Qatar can put this lead back into double figures as Daoud works his way around the screen. Abdul Rahman Saad, he's back into the ball game. He's got the ankle strapped up and he's got 2 more points.
And what speed coming from Saad. Coming off the bench, he did have some minutes of rest after he rolled his ankle. But he's back on the floor, announcing his presence.
Nice touch, and that will be one of the postcards that comes out of this tournament for Qatar, the picture of Saad slicing to the basket. And particularly in that double overtime victory against Lebanon earlier in the tournament, he was the man that sparked them in the second half, just with his pure energy and his fearlessness going to the cup. This man's never afraid to shoot a 3-point shot. This one is long. Good hustle from Amritpal. And there's the passing skills of Brigawanchi. He finds Kaushik underneath, and it's back to a 10-point margin.
That's nice court vision on the part of Brigavanchi, realizing who was going to be open. And this man has certainly made an impact on the Qatar team. That's Saad, the man holding the ball, already with 3 assists in this game. And we mentioned last time out for Qatar, he had not a single assist.
Here's Abdul Halim to the middle, but good defense from Brigawanchi. Amjot Singh in the open floor. It's a slow stepping move, and it's called a travel by the referee. Amjot puts his hands on his head, said just because it was slow, it doesn't mean it was a travel. Referee, He may have a case there, but it doesn't matter now. It's side ball to Qatar.
Take away that basket, of course, because of the travel violation. But again, the point we were making earlier about India, they don't have power finishers. They've got some big men who are very graceful, they're finesse players, but when you need a power finish off the break, you're not going to get it.
Now Abdul Rahman Saad, he came back in with his ankle taped, he's checked back out, and he's headed up the tunnel towards the change rooms as Abdul Halim connects on a three-point shot. So I don't know if we're going to see him again today. Here's Amjad shooting the three-pointer, he responds. 29-19.
Such a nice shot. Amjad Singh. And looking at how much he's scored so far, he's got 7 points, but already with 3 personal fouls. That's a cause for concern. Someone who didn't play with relief in the last game. He played every single second of that Qatar loss to Lebanon yesterday.
Abdul Halim with an athletic putback tip. He's enjoying himself out there as well. He's up to 5 points. And Qatar certainly having an impact on the boards. We see that's their 3rd offensive rebound, just 1 for India so far. Shot clock down to 6 for India. Here's Parry. Good closeout from Mohammed. Now 2 to shoot. Briga Wanchi's the man for the job. We've got a foul called there on the rebounding battle. It may be against Abdul Halim for a push. And we'll see here he comes in behind Singh. A gentle touch, but enough to draw the whistle.
There's the big man, Adam. He's filling in the minutes left by Mohammed. The big man, Mohammed, wears number 13 for Qatar. Still not seeing action in this game.
Here's Amritpal. Oh, Abdul Halim dislodged the ball. He's whistled for a foul, though. And we see Arumugam checking into the game for Amritpal. There's the whistle there. And Arumagam's been used as a small forward earlier in this tournament, but I like them using him as a power forward. He's got mobility in that position. In fact, you know, he's even in the center position at the moment. He's got those strong shoulders, so he can hold down that position. But he has some advantages too, because he can cover the ground and he's reasonably athletic.
He has good size and certainly knows how to make use of that size in creating space for him, for rebounding, for offensive putbacks. But Amjad Singh, what a big gamble here in the part of India to keep him in the game with 3 personal fouls. They rest Amritpal, but they don't rest Amjad.
Coach having trust in Amjad to stay on those 3 fouls. He's so important to their offense, of course, and so's this man for Qatar. Hassan Mohammed with another 3-point shot. He's into double figures already with 11. And the lead back out to 13.
Well, given the screen and any slide opening, he's going to take that shot. So you don't count an assist on that play, but there was nice team movement to be able to get Hassan free for that shot.
Some nice movement again from India. It ends with Amjad inside, and that's a nice low post move. And they're using that back screen for Amjad a lot, getting that lob pass over the top to get him in the low block close to the basket. Qatar looking to go inside to Adam against Amjad. They can't get it there that time, and Kaushik lays a tackle on Hassan Mohammed. He'll send him to the free throw line. We see the speed there of Hassan Mohammed. Kaushik, he had no chance of staying in front of him, so he said, slow down, stick around with me, and gives up the personal foul.
He's been very active offensively in this game, but missing his first free throw. That's number 9 player Mohammed Hassan.
And Qatar, they're 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Make that 2 of 6. And you contrast that with their 3-point shooting where they're 5 of 6. So obviously shooting their free throws from a little too close, Cornito.
Yeah. And Hassan, by the way, had 11 points, 3 out of 11 from 3-point distance last night against Lebanon. That was a sorry loss there for Qatar, a team that really created quite an upset when it dropped down Korea in the second round of eliminations.
Oh, Hassan Mohammed once again, this time from a step outside the 3-point line. He is up to 15, and that's the lead. Amjad Again in the low post, he's got a mismatch this time. Mohammed getting physical, he gets some help from Adam, but what a cross-court pass from Amjot. It ends with Kaushik, who misses the bomb, and Abdel Halim recovers the rebound.
And that's the vaunted zone defense of Qatar. You saw in action. And getting the stop there from India.
This is the point in the game yesterday where India let Korea slip away. It's out to 15 points now, so some danger signs for the Indians as Metelka goes inside. He's blocked by Amjot. Fight for the ball. Good hustle there from Metelka. Here's Hassan Mohammed. He's got 5 seconds. He won't need that much. Drives to the basket, puts it up. Can't get it to go. And Amjot Singh heard the shot clock buzzer. He thought it was the halftime buzzer.
And that's the court awareness, and Amjot
he puts his hand up,
apologizing to
the crowd.
to his coach. So lapse in concentration. He breaks out to a smile. He realizes, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? So focus is so important.
And this is the 9th game in 11 days for both teams. They are tired, and while they both teams want to get a win, it's also a day just to enjoy their last moment here at the FIBA Asia Championship.
Almost like an instinctive move on his part. But you see Trey Johnson enjoying over there on the Qatar bench. But for Amjot Singh, I mean, despite that lapse in concentration, you know that what's in his mind is when he hears that horn, he wants to throw up a shot. And he did, all the way from backcourt. It's like a boxer when you hear the bell ring, you start swinging.
He started throwing his punches, but he was well out of range on that occasion. 8 on the shot clock. Adam down low in the low post. He's going against Amjot. He's on 3 fouls. Good help defense from Arumugam, and it forces the turnover. In fact, we're going to have a shot clock violation. Now we've got a foul called at half court on Daoud, trying to stop the fast break.
Well, neither team in the penalty, but again you hear the horn. Rugavanshi, of course, didn't think of throwing up the mid-court shot.
Lesson learned for India on that one. They trail this by 15. We've got 4:20 to play until halftime. You see Daoud fronting Amjot. He's been the regular go-to man to India, and what a pass that time to Arumugam. He doesn't let his leader down. What about the vision and the touch? He can dribble, shoot threes, hit fadeaways, and that time mid-shot, he recognised the open man, Arumugam, and the pass was right on the button. Here's Mohammed. He's having a little bit of a party himself here today, and he feeds Daoud. And you talk about the young guards for Qatar needing to develop their point guard skills. Penetration there from Mohammed, and he finds the open man.
I'll tell you, there's still room for a shooter like Daoud Musa in this team. He's a veteran. He's a big guard. He can hit it from the outside. Oh, nice.
Nice execution.
Extra pass, but no space.
Gives it back to Amjot. He falls away and leaves it a little bit short.
And that lane was congested by the bigs of Qatar. They certainly take up space. When you've got Abdul Halim and Adam playing together, and Metelka is so offense-minded in this game.
Well, Brigawanchi was trying to pull the chair from underneath him. Metelka was ready for that trick. He is up to 8 points already. We said he's got 19 for the tournament, as Amjot Singh. Well, he's got a lot more than 19 for the tournament. He's got 14 already here today, and he keeps India within 15.
And talking to Amjot, he was saying that he developed his shooting skill learning from Coach Scott Fleming. And he worked the Indian basketball program for 2 years.
Oh my goodness, Hassan Mohammed again. The ball slipped out of Kaushik's hands. Another blooper moment for India. Another 3-point moment for Mohammed. He is up to 18. This man has 14. The pair of them having a shootout. That time, Abdel Halim puts an end to it. And Parry puts an end to the fast break with a reaching foul.
And Amjot Singh, actually he was screaming for the ball over in the other end because he had a one-on-one situation and he felt he had the drop on Daoud Musa. And we have a timeout here on the floor.
Well, the margin is 18 points. Hassan Mohammed has 18 points for Qatar. And we've got a timeout here with 2:22 to play until halftime. It's Qatar 46-28.
It's been Qatar all the way. They've been controlling the tempo. Again, we talked about the keys of victory for Qatar, the matchup zone. We're seeing that in full glory here in this game and making it really difficult for India to score consistently.
How about Metelka? He has been active. He's had a nose for the basketball.
Those assists have been there for Qatar. And that man, he has been on fire. Mohamed Hassan getting it from the outside once more.
Well, I hate to think how many he could get today. 18. We're not even at half-time. Qatar have a number of players on the bench who won't suit up today. So there's not a lot of substitutions to happen. So if Hassan Mohammed wants to have a career night, it's there for him. If he keeps up that sort of shooting, there is the man himself. 18 points already.
And that's something we want to track here in the course of this game. How many points Hassan is going to be finishing with. As well as Amjad, he's finally taking a rest with 3 personal fouls. Amjad, 14 points in this game with 2:22. May not see him check in again in this half, but he'll be battle ready for sure in the second half.
Hassan Mohammed is 5 of 6 from long range. Will he fire another one? You bet he will. This one's off the mark. And why not shoot that shot? In the sort of rare form that he is, the number 9 for Qatar. Arumugam inside against Adam. He's made a nice move last time. This time he steps back. Thought he was fouled. He didn't get the whistle and the shot was well short. Here's Daoud. He hit his last 3-point bomb. He hits this one again. And Qatar are 9 of 11 from long range. What a shooting display from the men from Qatar.
Well, it's complete demolition now, not only on the offensive end, but they're certainly getting the job done as well on the defensive end. You look at this zone defense that Qatar likes to play.
2 big men out the front here. They're happy to switch and rotate. This time it leaves Zapar wide open. He dribbles to 18 feet. But Adams there to clean up the miss. 75 seconds until halftime. It's been all about this man at the maroon end of the floor. He fires again. This time he misses. And at last, Hassan Mohammed starting to cool off.
Yes, bound to happen. But Amritpal saving the ball, but not the possession.
Going for a little one-handed push pass. It was knocked off the hip of Arumugam. He'll get a rest, and Amjot, they say no rest for the wicket. He obviously hasn't been behaving. He's back in after a few seconds on the bench.
Well, we were saying that he probably wouldn't check back in the first half because he'd done his share. And with his big 21-point lead, why risk it? He's got 3 personal fouls, but hey, Coach Prakash wants his main man back on the floor.
I don't think he would have known what to do with himself on the bench. Such has been his playing time in this tournament. We've got 40 seconds until the break. Metelka, oh, nice pass inside to Adam, and he finishes it off. Unselfish play from Qatar. And they've passed the half-century mark. They lead 51-28.
And for a team that isn't known to be a good passing team, they're certainly making heads turn here with this wonderful performance in the first half. Moving the ball, sharing the ball.
12 assists for Qatar already. Amjot fires a tough one. There's Amritpal underneath. Fires back up. And he'll claim that was an alley-oop pass to Amjot, who is fouled by Abdel Halim with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. And he'll shoot 2 free throws with 8 seconds left in the half.
Amjad is going to go to the line. That was in the act of shooting.
And so often in commentary we say the player thought he was fouled. That time Abdel Halim complaining about the foul when he took half of the arm of Amjad on that play. So you can't always judge by the player's reaction, that's for sure.
And he's still talking to the referee, Abdel Halim. Probably also saying that, hey, was he in the act of shooting or was he just getting the pass? Well, he was in the act of shooting, that's why he's at the line.
When Amjot's got the ball, he's trying to create either a basket for himself or someone else. He doesn't muck around out there. 3 seconds remaining. Again, Qatar spitting the ball around. They don't get the shot up. It's one of the few times in the half they failed to get one away. It was a masterful shooting display from the men from Qatar. 9 of 12 from long range. 65% from the field as they racked up 51 points and 12 assists. It was a dominant first half performance. And after 20 minutes, they lead 51-30.
Well, India coming off a 45-point loss, or rather a 40-point loss to Korea. So now they're down by 21 in this game so far. Check out the stats so far. And Qatar, 9 3-point baskets connected. That's 75% shooting from beyond the arc. And the rebounding story shows you the dominance of Qatar's bigs, 21-9. Turnovers are even, and India actually with +2 in the steals department. But it's been all Qatar, offensively and defensively. Look at the game leaders here. Amjad Singh, 16 points. Another big scoring game for him. And Mohammed also with 18 points. On the part of Qatar, Mohammed has been doing it all for this team. Splashing from outside, dishing. Qatar getting a good passing game from the reserves on the floor. Matauke has been a surprise performer here, and he's got 5 rebounds so far in this game. We're still expecting a lot more from Adam in the second half. He scored only 2 points. Someone who can certainly get the power finish that we're saying that India lacks.
Well, it's the 7th place playoff here at the FIBA Asia Championship. We're on the final day. Amjad Singh, so far, he's going out in style. He's got 16 points at the half. We see a nice tip in there. Here's the post move to the right hand and put it in high off the window. At the other end, there's been a lot of contributors. That time, Metalka was swatted, but he had a big impact. And there we see the great moment where Amjad mistook the shot clock buzzer for the halftime buzzer.
And he apologizes to his bench.
Well, it was 5 minutes early on that one, as there's Adam inside finishing off. But for Qatar, the man was Hassan Mohammed, number 9. He buried 5 3-point shots on his way to 18 points. He was simply unstoppable. And at halftime, he's given his team a 21-point lead. Join us in about 11 minutes for the second half.
2 奥拓电子 Auto LED Technology， 百岁山电检，英特体育 Intersport， 日本航空公司 Japan Airlines， 博腾 Motion， 比克体育 Peak Sport， 天松 Pizza， 湖南粮食集团有限公司，湖南 Green Group， 吉祥人寿保险股份有限公司，吉祥 Life Insurance Company， 吴浩地产湖南开发有限公司。 New Metals Property 湖南 Development， 大连华尔城生物科技发展有限公司，大连华尔城 Biotechnology Development， 中车时代电动汽车股份有限公司，湖南 CRRC Science Electric Vehicle， 湖南省建筑工程集团总公司，湖南 Construction Group， 湖南虎环体育事业发展集团有限公司，湖南 Highway Sports Industry Development Group， 华润雪花啤酒中国有限公司 ，China Resources Snow Breweries。 同时，我们还要向以下单位表示感谢。And also we thank all the following official partners: 国际篮球联合会 FIBA、中国篮球协会 Chinese Basketball Association、湖南省人民政府 People's Municipal Government 湖南 Province、湖南省体育局、湖南 Sports Bureau、湖南体育产业集团有限公司、湖南 Sports Industry Group、济南传媒集团股份有限公司、济南 Media Group。 长沙民政职业技术学院、长沙 Social Work College、中南联业科技大学、Central South University Forestry and Technology。我们还要向关注2015国际亚洲篮球锦标赛的各家媒体表示感谢。And thank you very much, all the media. 现场的各位朋友们，请大家在入座之后扫描一下您座位后面的2维码，拿出手机。我们的FIBA国际篮联官方的微博和微信，只要您关注了我们FIBA国际篮联官方微博、微信，就有机会领取由比乐体育为您送上的精美的礼品。记得拿出手机，在您的座位后方扫一扫。
Ready for action again here in the second half. It's the playoff for 7th place at the FIBA Asia Championship. It's Qatar and India. The game has been played in good spirits so far. That man, Hassan Mohammed, has been the star. He's got 18 points and his team leads it by 21. As the clock just ticks down, there's a handful of fans here in attendance. They've enjoyed the shootout so far. Mohammed has been hot. Amjot Singh has also put on a show. He's got 16 points for India. And he's hit 2 of 4 from long range. And we're ready to go. There's Saeed. He had an interesting battle with Amjot. Obviously, they both enjoyed it in the first half. And we're ready for more here in the third quarter.
What you like about the international competition in these FIBA competitions is that there's a lot of camaraderie. It's very intense on the court, but off the court, these guys are friends, and it's all about building relationships.
Nice cut inside from Metelka. In the first half, we talked about his nose for the basketball. He showed it again there. He's up to 10 points already.
Some stats here we just want to review from the first half. Bench points, Qatar with 16 and only 2 for India. That's been a huge problem for India.
A huge pull-up jumper there from Arumugam. He's up to 4 points. Nice pass inside, deflected. He'll stay with Qatar as Metelka. He's done a bit of everything. He decided to add the no-look pass to his repertoire there.
Orfan Ali Saeed getting the nod here to start the second half. He did start this game, but only played 7 minutes in the first half.
Here's Hassan Mohammed. Oh my, he just picks up like there wasn't a halftime break at all. He's up to 21 points.
Unbelievable shooting there. That's 6 3-point conversions for Hassan so far in this game.
Shinde with the three-pointer, he can't answer. Daoud surveying the court. Metelka underneath the basket. He finds him. He goes to the reverse and he finishes.
Easy 2 points. And for Qatar, boy, they're really racking up the assists. If I'm not mistaken, that's assist number 13 in this game. For a team that's averaging less than 10 assists a contest here in this tournament, this is quite an achievement and a big adjustment on the part of Coach Freigas to get everybody involved in the offense. They're sharing the basketball. They're playing efficiently. That's what you want from any team.
We joked in the first half that Metelka was trying to outdo his tournament's tally today. He's got 19 in the tournament. Coming into today's game, he has 12 already, so he's on track to achieve that feat. And this man, Mohammed, he's on track to do all sorts of things in this game. This time it goes inside to Abdullah, he misses. And here's Apar, who showed us some nice passing skills yesterday against Korea. Brigawanchi, we know about his skills. Look at that to the left hand. Can't get it to go. Arumugam, tough inside. 1 time, 2 time, and he draws a foul.
What you mentioned about his size, that time making sure that he would get a chance at the basket. In fact, 2 chances. Big boy underneath. Rumagam.
The big boy, a nice athlete and a great name. One of my favorites in this tournament.
Yeah.
And Arumugam gets the first free throw to stick. He makes it 2 for 2, 6 points. For the 24-year-old, averaging 3 points per game coming in to this one. Here's Daoud. Good ball movement again. Impressed with Hassan Mohammed. He was wide open then. He kicks it on. Here's Daoud. Maybe his final game in the FIBA Asia Championship. He spins it inside to Abdullah. And Abdullah draws the foul on Arumugam.
Abdullah, you like the way he moves close to the basket, but he also has a decent shot from the outside. 12th player for Qatar, Abdullah.
There's a saying that describes the way he moves. It's called slowly but surely. He's a strong body, he uses it well. Even though he may not be the quickest athlete in the tournament. And this is the free throw there.
I tell you, he plays like the man whom he's relieving at this point, Mohammed. He's a wide-bodied player who can hit the outside shot. And Qatar missing a service in this game. They're resting Mohammed, giving Abdullah time here to show what he can do.
Well, Korshik can also hit the outside shot, but he second-guessed himself there, ended up traveling. Qatar lead it by 24. They can extend it here. Of course, they've been mostly involved in half-court grinds in this tournament. You see Zay muscling his way inside. Push off there from Abdullah.
But Irfan Ali's side, he's not looking to score. He's looking to facilitate and get his teammates involved. It doesn't look like we'll also see Saad come back in this game. He hurt his ankle in the first half and then came back, hit a basket, and then went back to the bench immediately.
Well, Qatar's biggest win in this tournament was 6 points against Korea. Their other 2 wins came in overtime and double overtime. So they're in uncharted territory here, 24 points in front. Arumugam inside, and he gets it up just ahead of the shot clock. Says to Amjot, that's how you do it. He's having a nice game here, 8 points for Arumugam. Brigawanchi away.
Oh, lost the handle.
He was fouled. The referee thought, you know what, I'm going to let it go. He'll probably dish it off to Amjot for a dunk, and the ball spilled out of bounds. We see here the foul. Referee decides there was nothing in it. And Brigawanchi looked at his hand and there was nothing in it because the ball had squirted out of bounds.
Oh, nice high-low play. There you go. We were saying that Irfan Ali wasn't going to look to score in this game. Well, that's his first bucket.
And again, a case of some tired legs there. He would have jammed that down earlier in the tournament. Of course, we said earlier, it's the 9th game in 11 days for these players. This one's for 7th place. It looks like Qatar will secure that. So time to have some fun for both teams. And Arumugam is having some fun out there.
Getting the medium-range jumper. So he's showing a nice touch.
I must say, watching Arumugam play and Apar yesterday, the way he worked the ball screen, I would have loved to have seen these benchmen getting more time earlier in the tournament for India.
A time to rest here for a lot of the starters of both these teams. In particular for Qatar, Trey Johnson. And in that game against Lebanon yesterday, Johnson played almost the entire game, 37.5 minutes. And he finished with 29 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He did it all for Qatar, but still wasn't able to get the win. Lebanon winning by 3.
There's the slowly but surely spin move from Abdullah. He's blocked. Daoud gets the rebound, and Arumagam's the man in there. Continuing to make his presence felt. That's his 6th rebound to go with 10 points. And here's Amjot. Blocked by Daoud. They exchange pleasantries of nothing nasty about that. There's been some great feeling. You see the smiles out there on the court. A lot of Moulton in there, just a little bit of arm early on, and that's what the referee spotted.
And Adam is checked back in the game.
And that was a big loss for Qatar early in the tournament when he rolled his ankle during that double overtime win over Lebanon. And he was such an important offensive rebounding presence in those early games where they looked like a really genuine contender for the medals. And they were indeed. I mean, they only just fell to Japan in the quarterfinals, and it was that fast start from the Japanese that finally sunk Qatar.
Well, that big win over Korea, that sort of put Qatar in a favored role in the quarterfinals until they got upset by Japan.
Oh, look at Saeed driving to the basket. Irfan Ali Saeed with the move. He said he wasn't looking to score. Well, he's changed his mind across half-time. A couple of quick buckets. This man, he doesn't mind a quick bucket. This time he dishes off to Daoud, and easy 2 for the veteran.
And sharing the basketball once more.
Hassan Mohammed, 21 points and 5 assists. So it's been an all-round display from him. He's 7 of 11 from the field as Brigawanchi fires. And Saeed with the rebound. Here's Daoud. He's got another opportunity. Pulls up for 3. Plenty of confidence there. But Arumugam, he's there like a vacuum cleaner on the boards at the moment. That's number 6.
There's that zone defense we were talking about, the matchup zone.
Oh, what a pass from Apar. He split 2 Qatari defenders. I don't think Kaushik was ready for it, or he would have had a layup. Now Apar firing from afar. He's along with that one. Foul call, Amjot, that'll be his 4th foul. He'd been pretty disciplined on those 3 fouls from early in the second quarter.
But now picking up his 4th. And will this be an opportunity for Coach Prakash to bring out Amjot?
He will bring him out, and it's exciting news for the future of Indian basketball because, in fact, it's Kaushik who's coming out. Wow.
I tell you.
He's going to ride him until he fouls out. There's Kaushik taking a seat. Govinda Gill, he's just a young man, 19 years of age, 200 centimetres. But in the Asian Under-18 Championships last year, he averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds and 2 blocks. So there is some raw talent there as we see him stepping out defensively.
Oh, getting the steal.
Apar to Brigawanchi. Oh, well cut out there by Hassan Mohammed.
And Qatar still playing tough defense in transition, not allowing the easy bucket here for India. Here's Amrit Pal ready to check in. And I think he's spelling, yes, it will be Amjot will be going to the bench.
Amrit Pal just 2 points, but 4 boards in his 12 minutes so far.
You know, you like the demeanor of the Indian coach Prakash. We've chatted with him on numerous occasions. He's very passionate about the game, and he likes the youth of his team. A lot of players on this Indian team are 24 and under, about 9 of them. So this is also a team that has a tremendous future in FIBA Asia. 2
of those young players combined there. Govinda Gill to Arumugam, and Hassan Mohammed is off the mark this time. There's Metelka. It's been a great performance from him. That was a nice little move there from Gill. He dished it off. And again, I'd say those guys should have been out in the court earlier in the tournament to enhance their learning experience for 2017 and what will be known as the FIBA Asia Basketball Cup. There's Brigawanchi from long range. He hit earlier in the game. Not that time. Adam with the rebound. That's what he does best. And he runs the floor. He can't finish it off. Gill with the block.
Nice defense by Gill that time.
He knows how to swat shots. Brigawanchi knows how to pass it. Here's a pass to the pull-up. Blocked by Adam again. And Gill, look at the energy of the young man. Goes once. Now he dishes it out to Brigawanchi, and he nails the three-point shot. Put those 3 points down to Govinda Gill.
That's like a free throw. If you're Brigawanchi and someone is dreaming about the China-Philippines contest for the gold medal later on.
What a game that's going to be. China, they overwhelmed the defending champions last night. It was 71-57 in the end. And the Philippines, they were the favourites against Japan, but they were made to work for it all night long. They won 81-70 as Arumugam finishes a nice pass inside from Brigawanchi. But the Philippines were made to work. They, the 11-point margin didn't really do justice to the fight put up by Japan.
I thought Japan did an excellent job in attacking and getting the Philippines to commit so many fouls. I mean, Japan had 29 free throw attempts against only 6 for the Philippines. What the Philippines did was they shut out the three-point shooters of Japan. Not a single three-point shot connected by Japan. And I think that's the only game that Japan has played here without having scored a three-point shot.
A bullet pass there from Amritpal, and it went straight through the hands of Amar. So we've got 40 seconds until three-quarter time. It's a 20-point margin. So it's been a much better quarter here from India. They've actually won it by 1 point so far. We've been impressed by the efforts of Arumugam, and late in the quarter, Govinda Gill has brought his own energy off the bench.
Now you see different players playing point guard here for Qatar. Hassan Mohammed. Then earlier you saw Dawood Musa. And you know the regular point guards are sitting down. Ali Saeed, he's the point guard, the veteran. And then Saad Mohammed with an ankle problem, not able to play.
Oh, Gill with another block. A moment ago he was on the perimeter defending Hassan Mohammed. Then he's under the basket blocking shots. If you're an Indian fan watching at home, get excited. He's just 19 years of age.
And he was fouled.
Dawood.
Arm was clipped by Brigawanchi.
He was fouled shooting the three-point shot. I'm not sure if Musa Dawood could remember when he was 19 years of age. That was 14 years ago.
But if you're India, you knew exactly what was happening. Shot clock was almost out on India, or rather on Qatar, and Dawood Musa had possession. You knew he was going to take the shot.
Brigawanchi with his hand in the cookie jar on that one. It's been a good game here from Dawood. 12 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals.
There'll be 3 free throws for him. Fouled in the act of shooting a 3.
He makes the first 2.
3.6 seconds left in this quarter after this conversion. And yes, it will be a conversion.
A 3-point conversion the old-fashioned way. Here's Amritpal. He pulls it down to Brigawanchi, and he stepped out of bounds. And so Qatar will have 0.6 seconds to try and conjure something up. And we said that India had won this quarter. They now trail it by 2. It's certainly their best period of the game so far. Hassan Mohammed, don't tell me. This is online, but it was short. And here we are at three-quarter time. Hassan Mohammed has been the man. He's got 23 points. Musa Dawood has 14 and Metelka 12 for Qatar. And they lead this ball game 69-46 with 10 minutes to play.
And Amjad Singh held to just 1 point in the third period after scoring 16 points in the first half. Riding the bench at the close of the third quarter with 4 personal fouls. Check out what's happened so far in terms of game statistics. 10 3-point conversions so far for Qatar. And Qatar is +9 in the rebounding department. What about the assists? This is a team that ranks number 15 in assists in this tournament, already with 17 assists in this game. But I think nobody beats Korea's record of 33 assists in one game. Unbelievable. In a game where they only had 10 turnovers, that's an assist to turnover ratio of 3:1.
Which of course was yesterday's game against India.
Yep. And I guess Qatar watched that game. They knew India's vulnerability, and that certainly is a weakness. The turnovers hurting India. Rumagam.
What
nice,
about his performance there in the third quarter? He's up to 14 points, 6 boards, 2 steals, a block. He's done a little bit of everything.
Well, was he that man again, dreaming? And we said he's not watching this game, but he's conjuring visions in his mind about the big clash later on that we invite you all to watch. China versus the Philippines for the gold and the ticket to Rio.
Indeed, and he may be dreaming of another big Yi Jianlian dunk down the middle like last night. The building shook when he threw that one down.
And talking about Yi Jianlian, he was once a teammate of Andre Bloch with the Washington Wizards in the NBA. And my good friend Gina Rufino sent a picture.
It was Yi, wasn't it, picking him up?
Right, yeah, a picture on in my camera that I picked up on Viber, and it showed Bloch and Yi Jianlian playing together. Actually, Bloch was up down on the floor, and Yi Jianlian picking him up in a friendly gesture, teammate to teammate, and they certainly won't be teammates tonight. They will be fierce competitors, and that will be quite a matchup. China versus the Philippines, Bloch versus Yi Jianlian.
A nice move there from Arumagam. He went up and under. Oh, strong move from Adam, but the youngster Gil did an excellent job to defend it. And Arumagam with the rebound.
Some locked arms there, but the referees are allowing the contact.
Nice pass from Brigawanchi, a par. He thought maybe he belonged in the NBA with that move. He couldn't get it to go.
Oh, look at the lead pass. Oh, Matalke passed up on the shot.
Here is Daoud. Nice feed inside to Adam, and he finishes.
Pick and roll situation that time, well executed by Qatar. They're still running plays. You know, even if the game has been blown out here and has been broken open by Qatar, they're still running plays. They're not playing one-on-one open court basketball, showing good discipline.
Not showing much touch from the free throw line so far today, though. That's 5 of 12 from the stripe. As Arumagam pulls in rebound number 8. Here he is feeding Gil. They're going to the youngster on the block. Nice little turnaround from Gil. The shot is just long. There's Daoud, who's been getting busy on the boards in this one. He's up to 5 rebounds to go with his 5 assists and 14 points.
He plays such a control game. That's Daoud Musa. Here's the league.
Back into the game. Brigawanchi skies. Finishes. Brigawanchi up to double figures, 10 points, 5 assists, 3 steals for him. And again, he's not a highlight reel athlete, but he's so under control with almost everything he does.
Very effective. He takes those 3-point shots like he was taking free throws.
Gil disrupts that one, and he forces the turnover. So 8 minutes to tick in this one. It's a 21-point lead to Qatar, and barring a miracle from India, Qatar will take 7th place here at the FIBA Asia Championship, and India 8th. I think coming into the tournament, I think for both teams that would have been a solid result. Of course, expectations change as tournaments go on, but from the outsider's point of view, both teams have done a pretty solid job. Here's Mohammed stripped away by a par. Quick hands from the little man for India. Oh, and the glass.
Too hard for
Arumagam. He tried to fire a bullet at Amjot. We see it there.
And Amjot was wide open. It would have been an easy 2 points for him. The pass, too strong for Amjot.
And Arumagam said, remember earlier in the tournament where you were jumping through the skies? At that time,
he's got to know his strength. I mean, that pass was just too strong for Amjot.
That's right. He's a big, solid man. Now shot clock down to 2, and it's going to be an Indian ball, and just a little bit of sloppiness creeping into the Qatar game.
And we were just talking about the discipline of Qatar. Now they're lapsing into errors. And this is the last game of the competition for both these teams fighting for 7th place. But these teams made it into the knockout quarterfinals.
Three-pointer from Amjot, he brings out. And he's playing until the end here today, Amjot. He's got 17 points. And he has been a scoring machine for India in almost every game of this tournament. Matalka, he's been a scoring machine today. And he'll get a chance to add to his 12 points at the free throw line.
There's the foul given up by Urumagam.
And just a fundamental error there. He needed to try and block that with the left hand to square his body up. By taking the right hand, he was always going to turn the shoulder into the offensive player and be called for the foul. Lebanon and Korea are next up here in the fight for 5th.
Now we're coming down to just the last 3 games of this competition. Interesting battle also for the bronze medal later on in the evening. Iran versus Japan, the 2 losing semi-finalists, clashing in that bronze medal game. And then, of course, the final between China and the Philippines. And the 4 semi-finalists actually get a chance to go to the Olympics. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th placers will be participating in the Olympic qualifying tournaments.
So both Iran and Japan will be at one of those tournaments next year, battling for 3 remaining places at the Rio Olympic Games. And of course, the winner tonight going straight to Rio. They can pack their swimming trunks.
Is that what they're going to do? Rio? Is that what they're going to do?
Oh, God. You have to go to the beach, wouldn't you? You can't go to Rio and not go to the beach. Here's Kumar for 3. That one's long. It was a line drive 3-pointer. Amjot still hasn't given up on this one. Dishes to Brigawanchi, and he's short.
Getting another offensive rebound.
He thinks, I'm going to have another go. That one was short. And this one, he shoots it right. Amjot inside, and finally he cleans it up. And India are up to 52 points. They trail it by 23.
You like the way Amjot paces his game. I mean, he doesn't exert that much energy, but just enough to be able to get him offensive rebounds, putbacks.
Steals.
Yeah.
Almost.
Jump shots. He's a very smart player.
And we wondered how many points Hassan Mohammed would end up with today. He's put the cue in the rack, trying to feed the ball off more in this second half, but he's still on 23 points at 53% from the field and 50% from long range. He's got 5 assists as well. And what a way for him to go out of this tournament.
And look at that anticipation by Dawood Musa. And the easy 2 points there for Hassan.
He's not done yet. He's up to 25. He said, don't write me off yet, Paulo. I'm Paulo Kennedy, joined by Quinito Henson. We're bringing you all the action. This is the 4th last game of this tournament, and we're counting down to the gold medal game tonight. And what about that move from Govinda Gill? It's hard not to get excited about this young man.
It's hard not to get excited about the whole tournament, and that's been quite an experience, not just for the basketball players and the officials and the fans, but I guess also with us broadcasters. It's been a great experience here. And looking at the calendar of the FIBA Asian Championships, it's all of 62 games that we've covered from day 1 until the last.
It's been a lot of ball games. There's been some great action. We've got 4:42 to play in this one, and we've got a timeout to India with Qatar leading by 25.
And Qatar still in the driver's seat, and I don't think they're going to give it up. It's just too big a lead at this point. And still looking for points there is Hassan. He's been red hot from 3-point distance. He's been scoring inside. A lot of ball movement for Qatar. Certainly a portent of things to come in future competitions involving Qatar. I think now they know what they need, where they need to improve. Certainly the start of this tournament is to see the players from Lebanon, and they'll be coming on the floor a little bit later on to play Korea. We were talking about Qatar, and certainly in the bottom, near the bottom of the barrel in terms of assists in this tournament, and that's something they'll want to work on. They want to get that ball movement, and this is a very, very big positive for them, the way they're performing against India. I'm thinking they're at least over 20 assists at this point, or maybe even close to it.
18 assists to just 13 turnovers for Qatar. And India, how many do you think they've got, Cornito?
Assists?
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe 12?
They got 9, 16 turnovers, 7 steals though for India. Hassan Mohammed goes inside and misses.
And 9 was how many assists India had in the entire first half. So they haven't passed the ball around at all here in the second half, at least to get a score.
There's Kumar from the corner. That one's off the mark. Ticking down here. It's just a matter of getting a few more points on the board. Here's a chance for Metelka. He says, no, you do it, Hassan. He says, no, you do it, Abdullah. And we're back where we started. He turns it over.
Putting the ball on the floor, you don't do that if you're a big man.
Shinde with a half-hearted lob pass to Amjot. He says, man, how was I supposed to get that? Metelka to the hole. He finishes, and neither team putting their best foot forward at the moment.
Players looking to score here and pad up their stats, including that man, Amjot Singh, making it look easy again.
Well, his stats are well padded in this tournament. He
Over
goes up
20
to
points
21.
again.
He's got 5 rebounds as well. 5 turnovers today, but hasn't been one for the purists in that category.
And Indian coach Prakash ready to just check in Brughavanshi and Kaushik once again.
Metelka scores. He's up to 16. He's at 19 for the tournament coming into this one. And some clever play from him, just getting a seal on the youngster Gill for the easy finish. There's more talking to be done. It's timeout, India. We got 3:15 to play until full time.
And we've talked about the Indian coach Prakash, and certainly great attitude and trying to motivate his players to play this to the last buzzer. Calling this timeout with 3:15 to go. You see some moves there by Amjot, hitting it high off the glass. Brughavanshi, the pass inside, and again Amjot with a basket. Well, for India, it's been all Amjot Singh, 21 points. He's been their huge scorer throughout the tournament. And for Qatar, we didn't see Trey Johnson play in this one. We didn't see Ali Saeed, Abdi also missing in action, Mohammed missing in action. And for a while, it looked like Saad Mohammed was going to leave his imprint in a big way in this game until he hurt his ankle and went back to the bench.
He came back briefly, managed a 3-point play, but that was the last we saw of him. He's sitting on the bench now, but hasn't played any further part in the ball game.
But from what he showed, what an improvement.
Oh, what a pass from Brughavanshi inside the Gill. He finishes, he gets the foul from Mohammed, and a chance for a 3-point play.
And if you're India, you like that execution. They're coming off a timeout. They talked about execution, I'm sure, in the offense. Watch that. Gill, good patience in moving away from the defense and getting a clear shot.
6 assists for Brughavanshi. Probably his best of the night there. Adam with the rebound. We're ticked under 3 minutes to go in this one. It's a 23-point ball game. Mohammed looks so dangerous, just steps up to the 3-point line and buries it. 28 points for Hassan Mohammed. He has put on a show here today.
Incredible shooting from outside by Hassan Mohammed.
I think had he kept the foot down to the floor, he could have had a 40-point game here today, but still within reach of 30. So is this man, Amjot Singh. He can't get that one to go. Here is Mohammed, closely guarded by Kumar. Abdul Halim feeling good from the corner, but perhaps a little too good. Brughavanshi again with the feed inside, this time to Kumar. He gets his first points of the afternoon. So India sharing the scoring around. We've got 7 players on the score sheet. Qatar with 8 so far.
Spreading the floor. Oh, nice seal. An easy 2 points. What an execution. They spread the floor, then they had the big man coming in with a seal.
It's a lovely feed from Mohammed, but we want to see him get to 30 points. He's got to stop this passing business. Grigowanci just running the clock down. Here's Kaushik. He's hit a 3-pointer earlier in the afternoon.
Look at the way Qatar has extended its defense once more.
Grigowanci didn't see the shot clock. Singh tried a party trick after the shot clock buzzer. It didn't go.
He wanted to pass to the big man. And Amjad Singh, what a night. What a game he's played. 21 points, 4 personal fouls. I don't think he's coming back to this game any longer, although we've had some surprises here from the very unpredictable Indian coach Prakash.
1 minute to play. Can Mohammed get to 30 points? He's got 28. Metalka with a nice move, but can't finish that off.
Well, we're also tracking Metalka's performance. 16 points in this game.
Yeah, he needs 19 to match his tournament's total coming into this game. Qatar running out of time. There's 51 seconds left to go. Foul on Adam.
A couple of more possessions. Let's see what they can do.
Kaushik, he's not afraid to fire. This one is off the mark though. And here's the man we want with the basketball. He needs 2 points to reach 30. Oh, he slips out of bounds. And that's what you call an anticlimax.
Metalka actually wanted the pass. He wanted to score. Watch it right here.
Just hits a wet spot, slips out of bounds.
Oops. Walking the tightrope and then
he does the limbo. 34 seconds to go. Govinda Gill down in the low post. He's been pretty impressive in his time here in the second half. Shot clock at 10. Grigowanci gets the switch that he wanted. He shakes, he bakes, he shoots the 3, and Gill cleans it up. Misses the first one. And I think that's going to be out of bounds. And what a comedy of errors.
Shot clock violation right there.
Well, the Indians thought it was a shot clock violation.
Oh.
The shot had actually hit the rim. The buzzer went off in error. Everyone stopped.
And they'll give possession back to India.
And Abdel Halim jumped out of court to throw in the inbounds, and the referee said, sorry, it's going to be an Indian ball, and they're just going to dribble this one out. The players exchange high fives. As we tick down, it's going to be Qatar winning this one by 26. And the story of this game, of course, was Hassan Mohammed, 28 points, 10 of 18 from the field, 7 of 13 from the 3-point line to go with 5 assists. What a performance from the young man, as that young fella, he's had enough today. He's drifted off to sleep. There's Amjad Singh. He was a standout today as well, as he has been all tournament. 21 points and 5 boards for him as he finishes off his best FIBA Asia Championship. It was his 3rd edition of this tournament. And the final score is Qatar 84 to India 58.
Nice smiles all around there to end this competition for Qatar and India. We check out the game stats for this one. Surely you have to be impressed with the 3-point shooting of Qatar. 11 3-point conversions against only 5 for India. And both from 2-point and 3-point distance, Qatar shooting over 50%. What's more impressive is that they hit 55% from 3-point distance and a lower percentage from 2-point distance. What about those turnovers hurting India in this game? They were +4 in that department. Steals just about, well, exactly even. But Qatar, a great passing game for them and drawing a lot of production from different players. Mohammed of Qatar with 28 points. Hassan, boy, he was on fire in this one. At least 7 3-point shots converted by him. And Amjad Singh, as usual, leading the charge for India. The finesse player, finishing with 21 points.
Arumugam, he was impressive with 9 boards, which went along with his 16 points, 2 steals, a block shot, fine performance from him off the bench. And Metalka, he had 9 rebounds as well to go with his tournament high 16 points. And that man, Ali Saad, he didn't play. Amjad came to play. And early on, it was a tight ball game. There we see Saad going out with that nasty ankle roll, although he was able to walk later on, so hopefully not too much damage done. Amjad, he did some damage from the low post.
Getting the shot off the high off the glass, and then the defense by Amjad.
That was one of the lesser moments from Brigawanchi. There was a couple of bloopers for India, but Arumugam cleaned that one up.
And the lead pass going to Brigavanchi and the drive towards the hole.
He finished with 10 points, 7 assists as well. And here's Daoud. He came to life in the second half. As we said, possibly his final game, as we see the Lebanon players enjoying it as they get ready for their clash with Korea to decide 5th place. There's Amjad again inside. And the man of the moment, Mohammed, 28 points. The Qatari bench is enjoying this one. They finish in 7th place. Adam put the cherry on the Sunday inside. And at the end of the day, it was Qatar too good, 84 to 58.